Well, good evening and welcome. We are joined by Athletico Bilbo for a spotlight this evening. Newly promoted into the Lords and having gone through a whole season, he is fresh at hand for some indulgings into what's going on in that club and how he is predicting the next next season rather. So, how you doing, Al?
Yeah, hi, how you doing?
Pretty good, mate, pretty good. I'd like to just start off by just looking into you as a club. I think that's where everyone wants to feel for the Athletic Bilbo.
Sure.
Particularly the Squires who look up to a team as you, having gained promotion last season. They're looking to grab a spot to join the Lords.
Certainly.
How did you come to the game?
Well, I came to it many years ago. In the first incarnation of the Lords, it was a grand experience. Initially a Squire myself back in the early days.
Like the best of us.
Yeah, well, certainly, yeah. Humble beginnings, but then ended up winning the Champions League while still as a Squire. It's a good feat, and then ever since then been a Lord until the league ended, and now rejoined this one.
Beautiful, beautiful. Some have picked up on a few mishaps in the past where managerialship has been lacking and posts have been somewhat abandoned, but picked up as is well credited. How do you address those critics?
Well, the Bilbo manager. I'm a busy man. Got things to do. We got teams to play. We've been playing around the world, many incarnations of teams. Some would say that maybe gives us a bit more experience.
You're someone who can always restart and refresh a squad.
Well, that's it. I can turn away and come back to it with a fresh eyes, a new approach, a fresh mind, clear head. Work out what I'm gonna do. Try something new.
Fantastic. How has those sort of experiences impacted this season and the reincarnation of the Athletic Bilbo? Has that been something that's born from experience, or has it been a new adventure for you?
Well, yes and no. I've built squads before, but never to this extent of just ripping it to shreds and going for a full youth approach. It's a new technique for me, something I'm very excited about, hoping to reap the rewards in the long term.
And just touching on that, just briefly, have you yielded the benefits in terms of DV on that approach?
Well, DV is flying high. Yes, it's looking incredibly good. Fingers crossed for a cracking change report. The boys are putting a shift. It's been incredibly hard for them. Hard season, a lot of lows, but then a few highs to look back on as well. And overall, I feel they can look back with a lot of pride and yes, arousal. Some would say.
Well, let's drag that topic on. Let's push it onto the season that's just took place. We have one game left of the current season. Two Poles been crowned champions, and unfortunately, alongside the Bear Braps is the Athletic Bilbo, destined for the Squires next season. How has the season gone for you as a whole, with your highs and lows? Could you surmise those experiences?
Well, it's to be expected. We said when we came up we were favourites for relegation. We didn't expect much, but it's the beginning of a long process. This thing will take time, but I'll ask the fans to stay patient, continue the faith, and I hope to start winning trophies for them soon. Highs of the season. We've had a very respectable cup finish, obviously.
Semi-final,
knocked out the current champions, who I'd like to say congratulations to for winning the league as well. That was very well done.
Yeah, that must be noted that you did knock the current champions out.
Yeah, it's always good. Played a few youth players, he did obviously, but it's still a cracking effort from the boys. It wasn't expected in any way, so yeah, great effort. Semi-final, cup exit, it's a respectable thing we can look back on. League position not great, but DV's just can't ask for much more. Disappointing to see the Bear Braps down where they are as well. It's always a manager of old, among the first men. He's been around from the beginning, and it's a dreadful shame to see.
I mean, although the trophy cabinet is empty as of late, previously it has been filled.
Oh yeah, well,
and he is a well-decorated manager.
He's a glittering array of trophies, as we all know. Yes, a fantastic run in the cup back in the early days. If there's a manager I'm confident can turn it around, though, it would have to be the team now, the Trisbeard.
Well, let's hope that he finds better prospects in the Squires.
Indeed, I think it'll give him an opportunity to regen.
I mean, that's what it's there for, right? You reap those.
It'll go
those
down.
benefits.
It'll have probably have the strongest team down there. So if he uses it as a chance to regen, maybe get some more players in, I think he'll do very well. Come straight back up, and we'll be competing again.
Well, again, let's venture more. I like these topics that we're covering. We're looking ahead. We're seeing Tris Beers benefiting from the Squires. You're joining him. What do you see for the season up ahead, knowing that you've got a mighty lord with you in the Squires?
I'm looking forward to it. It'll be interesting to see someone of his calibre down in the lower divisions. It's who should be really with his squad challenging for the Lords. So it'll be interesting.
So what will your approach be to these kind of games, and the other ones that will supply you?
The approach won't change too much. It'll be all about the DV, getting those key players up, which I've done well this season. So I hope to build on that, get them up even more. We'll have them be strengthening in the transfer window as well. That's a few new players I've got in mind in ins and outs, wheeling and dealing. So it'll be interesting. I won't. Don't think I'll really end up getting promoted. I can see myself staying down there for two or three seasons while the rebuilding process goes on.
It's real long-term ideas then.
I think it's going to take a little while, yeah, but when the time's right, we'll strike and we'll make our move to the top of the ladder.
Interesting. I like that. What, in your experiences of Expert, having started at quite a long period ago, right up until now, which spans about 4 or 5 years in total,
Sure.
what has been the thing that has kept you involved in Expert, has really, inflamed your sense to keep coming back?
The fellowship, the love of my fellow X11 Lords and Squires. We share a bond, a common ancestry. It's a special thing. It goes deeper than just a game, Graham. So although I've had my it's a bit of I wouldn't say love hate, my twos and fro's with it. I've gone away from the game. Have to refresh my mind. But I've come back, and I don't see myself quitting. I'm thoroughly enjoying the game. I'm loving it. I'm here for the long run.
So, that is good to hear, particularly from a manager who I've definitely benefited of the past few seasons, and that's what's kept me involved. So it's nice to hear that others are just benefiting from the sheer love of the game.
Oh yeah, well I feel there's a real love for the game on all fronts at the moment. We've got a lot of people just taking a lot of interest. We've got some new recruits in the pipeline, so it's good to see the league thriving.
Just to finish off, because we got to roll in a bit. It's pretty fucking cold.
Yeah, it's pretty nippy.
What resonates within you about your team? What three words?
It's a good question. Thanks for asking.
What 3 words would resonate rather?
I would say.
Good question.
Excitement. I like to think you always get a bit of excitement watching the Bilbo play.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Flair. I like to think we go about our way with a bit of style, a bit of originality.
Excitement, flair.
Yeah, and well, Bilbo Baggins.
Bilbo.